them, growing with them. This is someone who has tried to sit with the distance, tried to act stronger than they really feel. But the truth is their heart is not at peace without you. And I feel love is at the center of this. They are in love. And that changes everything because once love gets deep enough, silence begins to hurt. Distance begins to feel unnatural, heavy, almost impossible to keep holding in the same way. And the first card coming through for your energy is the Queen of Cups. So right away, I can feel how genuine your heart has been in this connection, how much softness you gave. You may not have shown every single feeling, but your care has been real deep and very sincere. There is something about your energy here that feels healing, very emotionally open, very beautiful, but I also feel you have had to protect that softness lately because too much was left uncertain for too long. And then the next card coming out is the Four of Pentacles. So yes, I feel you have been holding yourself more carefully now, keeping your heart close to your chest. Not because you stopped caring, but because you learned that love cannot keep pouring into confusion forever. There is still attachment here. Yes, still feeling, still longing in some quiet corners of your heart. But I feel you are no longer giving access to your energy the way you once did. Not without something real. Then we have the Star. And this is beautiful because through everything, your spirit has been returning to itself. There is healing around you, light around you, hope around you, but it feels wiser now, more peaceful. I feel like many of you have been remembering your own worth, your own path, your own future again. And that is part of what is affecting this person so strongly because they can feel your energy shifting. Now on their side, the first card showing itself is the Three of Swords. So this person is hurting very clearly, and I feel the distance is a huge part of that pain. There is sadness in them over what is not happening, what is not being shared, what is not being spoken. I feel like they miss you more deeply than they have admitted, maybe even more deeply than they expected to. And then the next card is the King of Cups. So yes, this is love, real love, not surface attraction, not just passing emotion, not just desire. Their heart is full of feeling for you, but I feel they have not known how to carry it openly. This is someone with deep emotions, but also someone who may have tried to control those emotions too much. And that is part of why the pain has become so strong, because what they feel has not had room to breathe. That's in the Six of Swords, so I feel this person wants the distance to end. Very clearly because they are tired of this inner storm. They do not want to keep sitting in this ache, this separation, this emotional heaviness without movement. They want relief, peace, closeness, a way to move out of the hurt and towards something softer with you. And the connecting energy between you both is the Two of Cups. So what I want to say very clearly, this bond has never been empty and it has never been casual. There has been real emotional recognition between you, something mutual, something difficult to forget. I feel like even if both of you handled things differently, the connection itself remained very alive underneath. And that is exactly why the distance has felt so loud, because meaningful bonds do not go silent easily. And one more card for the connection is Temperance. So despite the hurt, despite the waiting, despite the space between you, there is still a healing thread here. Something gentle still moves between you, something patient, something that does not feel fully over to me. I feel like love has not stopped working beneath the surface, even if it has not yet found the right words. And what I feel strongest at the end of this first part is that their pain is changing them, it is softening them, opening them, making them realize that being away from you is not what they want. They want the ache to stop. They want the silence to stop. They want the distance to stop because the more time passes, the more they understand that what hurts so much is love itself. And love is not letting them stay comfortable in separation anymore. Not now, not like before. I feel they are reaching that point where the heart says, enough, enough pretending, enough standing still. And once that moment fully arrives, they will not want miles, silence, or confusion between you any longer at all. Let us keep going into this because the ache around this connection is becoming even more visible now. What I feel so strongly here is that this person thought they could carry this quietly, but it is wearing on them. The distance has not made them feel safer. It has made them feel emptier, more restless, more aware of you. And the next card coming through for your side is the Nine of Wands. So, yes, I feel your heart is still guarded, and for very good reason, because this has asked so much of you. You may still care deeply, but I do not feel you are standing wide open in the same way you once were. There is caution here, emotional wisdom here, a sense that you cannot keep letting uncertainty walk in and out. I feel like part of you has been saying, if this person wants access to me now, they need to come with truth. Then the next card is the Six of Cups. And this tells me that even with your guard up, there is still sweetness in what you feel when you think of them. There are memories here, emotional echoes here, little moments that still hold warmth inside your heart. I feel like this connection touched something very tender in you, something innocent, something difficult to dismiss. So even while you are protecting yourself, I do not feel your feelings have turned cold, not at all. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is beautiful because it shows how much you have been returning to your own center through all of this. You are grounding yourself more, taking care of your own life, your own body, your own peace, your own stability. And that is powerful because your energy is no longer spiraling around their silence the way it may have before. You are becoming harder to shake, harder to confuse, harder to keep waiting without something real to hold. Now on their side, the next card showing itself is the Five of Cups. So this is regret, sadness, emotional heaviness that lingers when someone knows something important is missing. I feel like they have been looking back at this connection, replaying things, feeling the loss of your presence very deeply. There is pain in knowing they cannot reach for you as easily as they may want to, or as easily as they once assumed. And I feel for many of you, this person is beginning to understand that the distance did not protect them from feeling. It only made them sit longer with the ache of what is not here. Then the next card is the Knight of Cups. So this tells me their heart wants to move, even if their fear has slowed them down up to this point. There is emotion trying to rise here, a desire to speak, to approach, to bring something softer back into this space. I feel like this person has been carrying words they want to say, feelings they want to reveal, tenderness they want to show. And the more the pain builds, the more their heart leans toward opening instead of hiding. Then, the Ten of Wands. So yes, this is becoming too heavy for them to keep carrying in silence. This person is burdened by what they feel, burdened by the distance, burdened by everything that remains unresolved. I feel like they are getting tired of their own restraint, tired of pretending they can just live with this as it is. And when someone reaches this kind of emotional weight, something usually has to give. And the connecting energy between you both is the Lovers. So this bond still carries meaning, deep meaning, and I feel that is part of why everything feels so intense. This is not a connection that can just be filed away and forgotten. Not when the emotional pull is this strong. I feel like both of you have felt the significance of this in different ways, even if one of you has hidden it more. And one more card for the connection is the Eight of Wands. So movement is building here quickly because all of this emotion is gathering pressure. What has been slow on the outside does not feel slow anymore underneath. It feels ready to break forward. I feel like once this person starts moving toward you, it may happen faster than you expect because the feelings are already there. The pain is already there. The love is already there. The desire to end this distance is already there. And what I feel most strongly at the end of this part is that this person is no longer only missing you. They are beginning to feel that being apart from you is no longer something they can keep accepting in the same way. Their heart wants relief, wants closeness, wants an answer, wants some kind of bridge back to you, because the more they sit with this, the clearer it becomes that what hurts them so much is not just absence, it is the absence of someone they love, someone they still feel tied to, someone they do not want far away anymore. And that truth is getting harder and harder for them to hide now. Let us go further into this because the heart of this situation is speaking even louder now. What I feel very strongly here is that this person is no longer just missing you. They are feeling the emotional cost of being without you. The distance is no longer something they can explain away. Manage quietly or pretend does not affect them that much. And the next card coming through for your side is the High Priestess. So I feel your intuition has been speaking to you in a very steady way, even if you have tried not to overthink it. There is a deep inner knowing in you that this connection has never been empty, and that their silence never told the full truth. You may not have all the facts yet, all the words yet, all the proof yet, but your spirit has been sensing movement beneath the quiet. Then the next card is the Four of Swords. So I feel you have been trying to protect your peace, trying to let your mind rest, trying not to chase every feeling that rises. You may have taken your hands off the situation more, leaned back more, prayed more, reflected more. Just let things be. And even though there are still emotions here, I feel you have been learning how to create calm inside yourself without needing immediate answers. Then we have the Three of Wands. This is beautiful because it shows that your energy is stretching toward the future again, not staying trapped in what has been paused. There is quiet confidence building in you, and I feel that has changed the entire energy around this connection, because the more you stop waiting from a place of pain, the more this person starts feeling the real space between you, now on their side. The next card showing itself is the Nine of Swords. So yes, this person is deeply in their head over you, but it feels heavier than that, more personal than that. I feel they are losing peace over what they feel, over what they miss, over what they should have said before now. There is anxiety here, guilt here, longing here, and I feel the night hours may hit them especially hard for some of you. When everything gets quiet, they are left with their truth, and their truth keeps circling back to you. Then the next card is the Page of Cups. So underneath all of this pressure, there is something very tender in their heart that wants to come forward. This person may not know how to speak perfectly, may not know how to explain everything in a polished way, but the feeling is genuine. I feel like there is sweetness they have not shown, vulnerability they have not admitted, affection that has stayed hidden behind all the distance. Then the Chariot. So this tells me movement is growing stronger inside them now, and I do not feel it will stay internal forever. The desire to close the gap between you is getting louder, stronger, more active, more difficult for them to resist. This feels like someone reaching the point where emotion is turning into action, where longing is turning into momentum, and the connecting energy between you both is the King of Cups. So this is deep emotional energy, mature feeling, lasting feeling, love that has weight to it. I feel like this connection has never been as light as it may have looked from the outside, not for either one of you. There is so much under the surface here, so much held back, so much carried quietly, and yet it is still present. And one more card for the connection is the Two of Wands. So both of you are standing at a threshold now, sensing that something cannot stay as it has been for much longer. A decision is near, a turning point is near, and I feel the distance itself is becoming part of what forces that shift. What I feel most strongly at the end of this part is that their pain is no longer passive. It is becoming directional. It is pushing them, pulling them, showing them that what they truly want is not more space, not more silence, not more delay. They want the ache to stop. And the only thing that feels like relief to them now is finding a way back toward you. Because this heart is not only hurting, it is waking up, and it is waking up to love that can no longer stay far away anymore. I also feel they are comparing how life feels with you in it and how life feels with you at a distance, and that difference is impossible now. They may have thought they could adapt, thought they could settle into the distance. But time has only deepened the feeling, sharpened the absence, and made your place in their heart more obvious. So if you have felt waves of emotion lately, sudden thoughts of them, that could be part of this. Their energy is reaching even before their hands do, even before their voice does. And once someone reaches this level of emotional truth, they do not stay still for long. not when love is this involved. Let us keep moving through this because the feeling here is deepening, and I can feel this person getting closer to the point where they cannot carry it quietly anymore. What is coming through so strongly now is that the pain has changed shape. It is no longer only sadness. It is turning into longing with intention. It is turning into that restless feeling a person gets when the heart finally admits what it cannot live without. And the next card coming through for your side is the Queen of Swords. So I feel you have become much clearer within yourself during this time. You may still care, still feel them, still sense the bond, but you are not lost in the emotion of it the way you once may have been. There is discernment around you now. You are seeing what this connection means, but you are also seeing what it has cost you to stay in uncertainty. And because of that, I feel your energy has a sharper edge now, not harsh, not cold, just honest. You need truth now, not mixed signals. Then the next card is the Seven of Pentacles. So yes, there has been a long waiting energy around you, a feeling of standing still while your heart tried to understand what was taking so long. I feel some of you have waited with grace, with patience, with hope, but even patience has its limits. This card tells me you have been asking yourself whether the investment of your heart will finally bring something real back to you. You are no longer willing to keep pouring into a future that has no shape. If they want this, they need to show it. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. And this is beautiful because I feel you are ready for something solid now, something calm, something you can trust with your real life, not just your feelings. You want presence, consistency, grounded effort. And I feel this person can sense that shift in you. They know they cannot come towards you in the old way. They cannot approach you with only emotion and no structure. If they are going to close the distance, they are going to have to bring something tangible, something that proves they mean it. Now on their side, the next card showing itself is the Five of Pentacles. So yes, they are feeling the absence of you very strongly. I feel a kind of emotional coldness around them, like life has lost some warmth, some comfort, some meaning. They are feeling the space where your energy used to reach them more easily. This card feels like emptiness, not because love is gone, but because love is there, and it does not have the closeness it wants. I feel like this person is understanding the difference between surviving the distance and actually being happy with it. They are not happy with it. Then the next card is the Hermit. So they have been carrying all of this privately, very privately, thinking about you, going inward, sitting with the pain rather than exposing it. This feels like someone who does not open easily when they are deeply affected. They retreat first. But I also feel the retreat has shown them something. It has shown them that your place in their heart did not fade in the quiet. If anything, it became more undeniable. And now the silence that once felt like safety feels more like isolation. Then the Knight of Wands. So this is where the energy begins to speed up. I feel the longing is becoming harder to manage. Their desire to end the distance is building quickly now, and there is an urgency to it. Not only passion, but momentum movement. A need to do something. This is someone getting tired of standing still with all of these feelings. The ache is pushing them. The love is pushing them. The realization that they do not want you far away is pushing them too. And that makes me feel movement is much closer than it has been. And the connecting energy between you both is the Four of Wands. So this tells me there is still a sense of home between you, a sense of emotional belonging. Something about this connection feels like it wants to come back into harmony, back into closeness, back into shared space. I feel like both of you have felt the potential of something stable here, even if it has not fully taken form yet. The bond does not feel random to me. It feels like something that has roots, something that naturally wants to settle into togetherness. And one more card for the connection is the Moon. So yes, there are still unspoken feelings here, hidden layers, things neither of you has fully laid out yet. But the Moon also tells me that what is hidden is active. It is moving. It is shaping emotions behind the scenes. And what I feel strongest now is that their pain is no longer sitting still in the dark. It is searching for a way out. It is searching for your energy. It is searching for the end of this separation, because the heart has finally decided it does not want distance. It wants you closer again. very soon. Let us keep going into this because what is sitting in their heart is becoming far too strong to hide. What I feel very clearly now is that this person is no longer trying to deny the pain. They are trying to understand what to do with it. And the next card coming through for your side is the Two of Cups. So even with everything that has happened, I feel the bond is still alive in your heart, still meaningful, still difficult to dismiss completely. There is tenderness here and emotional recognition here. Like part of you knows this connection was never shallow, never ordinary. Then the next card is the Nine of Pentacles. And this is beautiful because it shows how much strength you have been building in yourself through this distance, through this uncertainty. You are becoming more anchored in your own value, more settled in your own life, more aware that your heart is precious and not easily given. Then we have the Six of Swords. So I feel part of you has been trying to move into calmer inner waters, trying to leave behind the stress of not knowing where you stand. You may still feel them deeply, yes, but I also see you wanting peace, wanting relief, wanting a softer emotional space than what this has been. Now on their side, the next card showing itself is the Ten of Swords. So this tells me the pain has become undeniable for them, and it feels like emotional exhaustion, heartbreak, the end of pretending they are unaffected. I feel this person may have reached a low point over you, where the distance no longer feels manageable, where the silence no longer feels like a solution. Then the next card is the Knight of Cups. So underneath that pain, their heart is moving toward you, carrying emotion, carrying longing, carrying words that want to be spoken. This does not feel like someone who wants to stay away forever. It feels like someone who wants to come closer, but has been wrestling with how. Then the Lover's wow. So this is where the truth becomes even clearer because love is not just present here as well. This person is realizing they do not want the distance anymore. And more than that, they do not want a life that keeps you on the outside of their heart. And the connecting energy between you both is the Eight of Cups. So I feel both of you have been emotionally stretched by this. And there may have been moments where walking away in your heart felt easier than staying in limbo. But what I get from this card here is not permanent loss. It is emotional truth becoming impossible to avoid, especially for them. And one more card for the connection is the Ace of Wands. So something is igniting here strongly. And I feel that the pain this person has been carrying is starting to turn into action. The ache is no longer only making them sad, it is waking them up, pushing them, making them want movement instead of more silence. And what I feel strongest at the end of this part is that they are beginning to understand something very important about you. They are understanding that your love was never casual, your presence was never small, and the comfort of you was never something easily replaced. That realization hurts because now they know exactly what the distance has cost them and exactly why their heart has felt so unsettled. I also feel this person is reaching the point where missing you is becoming more physical for them. Like they can feel the separation in their whole energy. It is in their chest, in their thoughts, in the way quiet moments hit them, in the way memories keep returning when they least expect it. So if you have felt this connection more strongly lately, there is a reason because their heart is not sitting still anymore. It is reaching, aching, calling for the space between you to close because being apart is no longer teaching them strength. It is teaching them love. And love is showing them very clearly now that the one they want peace with, the one they want closeness with, the one they want near is you still. I feel like they have tried to distract themselves, tried to focus on other things, tried to act as though time would soften this. But time has only made your absence more noticeable and their feelings more difficult to keep contained in silence. There is something about your energy that still feels like home to them, still feels like relief, still feels like where their heart wants to rest. And that is why this pain is changing direction now, because it is no longer asking them to sit still with loss. It is asking them to move, to reach, to end the distance, and to stop pretending they can live comfortably without you close. Their heart has crossed that line where silence hurts more than honesty, and longing wants to become something real. Let us move into the final part of what is coming through here, because the heart of this connection is no longer willing to stay quiet. What I feel so strongly now is that this person has reached the point where pain is turning into truth, and truth is turning into movement. And the next card coming through for what may happen soon is judgment. So yes, this is the awakening. This is the moment where what has been buried begins rising, where what has been felt in silence begins asking for a voice. I feel like this person can no longer carry love for you in the background of their life, pretending it is manageable, pretending it is fine. The weight of the distance has shown them too much now. It has shown them how deeply you matter, how much your absence has affected them, and how empty everything feels when they try to live as though this connection can simply remain unresolved. Then the next card is the Knight of Swords. So I do feel movement here, and it feels urgent. This is not someone feeling a little emotional for a passing moment. This is someone reaching that edge where the heart says enough, enough waiting, enough holding back, enough acting like there is more time than there really is. I feel like once this person starts moving toward you, it may happen quickly because so much has been building behind the scenes. Then the Ace of Cups, beautiful. Because this tells me what wants to come through now is emotional honesty, vulnerability, openness, love that no longer wants to hide behind pride or fear. I feel this person wants the distance to end, not just because they are hurting, but because they know where their heart wants to be. They want closeness. They want peace with you. They want to stop carrying all of this alone. Now on your side, the next card coming through is the Empress, and this is such powerful energy because it shows that you are not standing in lack. You are not begging to be chosen. You are not shrinking yourself to make someone ready. You are standing in your worth, your softness, your beauty, your deep value. And that matters so much here because if this person comes towards you now, they come towards someone who knows what they deserve. Then the next card is the Queen of Swords. So yes, there is love in you, but there is also clarity. You are not going to be carried away by emotion alone. I feel like you will hear the truth, but you will also feel whether it is complete, whether it is grounded, whether it is strong enough to trust. There is wisdom around your heart now. There is discernment. And that is exactly why this return or this opening has to come with honesty. Then we have temperance. So this is your guidance. Let what comes come gently. Let the truth unfold in its own rhythm. You do not have to rush your healing or your answer or your heart. If this person truly wants the distance to end, they will have to meet you with patience, with sincerity, with something that can actually hold the love they feel, and the connecting energy between you both is the Ten of Cups. So yes, there is real emotional fulfillment possible here. I feel like both of you have felt the deeper potential of this bond, even if it has taken time, silence, and pain for that truth to fully reveal itself. This connection does not feel empty to me. It does not feel finished to me. It feels like something that still carries a future if both hearts are willing to meet in truth now. And one more card for the connection is the World. So a cycle is ending here, the cycle of silence. The cycle of ache, the cycle of carrying love without expression, without clarity, without movement. Something is closing, so something more honest can begin. And the final message I want to leave you with is this: yes, someone is in pain over you. Yes, they are in love. Yes, they want the distance to end. But more than anything, they are finally understanding that living without closeness to you is not the peace they thought it would be. It is the wound. It is the ache. It is the thing that keeps calling them back to the truth. And that truth is very simple now. Their heart does not want separation. It wants you nearer. It wants warmth again. It wants the silence to break and the space between you to close. So let what is rising rise. Let what is true be shown. Because I feel this person is getting very close to choosing love over distance. And once that choice is fully made, they will not want to stay away from you anymore. I feel the heart has crossed a line